right. Another day, another episode of Your Daily Scrum. I'm professional Scrum trainer Ryan Ripley. That is professional Scrum trainer Todd Miller. Together, we create this show so that each and every day, some of you can get better. Actually, Todd, I got a message on LinkedIn today from a listener of the show who let me know that thanks to months and months of listening to the show, they were able to level up and they just got a job offer. So they're starting a new Scrum position. So you know who you are. Shout out to you. And I've got Hank banging on my door.
That's awesome, though. Congrats.
But yeah, huge deal for this person. And they reached out specifically and said, hey, the videos really helped. We love hearing that. So let us know your success stories, right? Leave us some comments below. Are you getting some good traction in new jobs? Are you doing well with your current teams? Let us know if the videos are helping, how they could help even more, and what we can do to amplify that. We'd love to know. Like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Share with your friends so we get to 10,000 subs. We're almost there, Todd.
We are getting there, and we're getting there quick. I think we have less than 1,900 to go.
Pretty awesome. And now you get Hank's tail. At 10,000, we'll do a Hank video.
Yeah.
But today, Todd, we have a great topic. I think you have coined a phrase that is applicable in so many different contexts. And so Todd, this one's all for you. What is the ivory tower illusion? And maybe you can kind of share some observations in the past that you've seen that kind of led to you to formulate this idea.
Yeah. I'm sure you have plenty to share as well, Ryan.
I do.
Yeah, ivory tower. So this is a definition that I came up with. It's a combination of things, right? But when people are cut off from the rest of the world in favor of their own pursuits, they produce a misleading representation of reality. The ivory tower illusion, right? So when people are cut off from the rest of the world in favor of their own pursuits, they produce a misleading representation of reality.
You know, Todd, when I hear that definition, my brain I'm just wired to hook things back to Scrum. Like, I just can't help it. I think of product owners who do not talk to their customers and they just go build what they think is best. And that always fails. Like, it always bombs because it's not rooted in a need. It's rooted in this ivory tower illusion that I know better than everyone else.
Yeah, I think that is a wonderful segue into Scrum as to what is meant by this ivory tower illusion. And so often to add on that, another Scrum example is when management may hire people to come in like myself or you to train or consult in Scrum, but it's okay to change as long as I don't have to.
Right.
So the illusion that you're going to get what you want without having to change. And so a lot of the times, we get these things that, Scrum doesn't work. I hate Scrum. Scrum isn't this, Scrum isn't that. And then you start asking questions and it really isn't Scrum. It's just that you've changed Scrum to be what you want it to be. You're in your own pursuit of what you think is right instead of kind of what reality is supposed to be. So I oftentimes think about the friction between leadership and Scrum teams trying to do Scrum and them not kind of wanting to change themselves.
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult too when you attempt to hold up the mirror to the person sitting in the tower. They typically don't like what's reflected back, and so it's a really. But I think this is a Scrum Master or leadership issue to confront. Right. If it's my money and I'm the leader and I'm watching a product owner behave this way, the first thing I'm going to do is tear him out of that chair and say, no, go talk to your customers, go talk to the people who pay money back into us and figure out what they need so that they can be successful. Stop sitting up in this lofty chair and guessing. From a Scrum Master perspective, powerful questions, challenging questions, right? I think that one of the best things you can do if you suspect that this is going on, just ask them, how are you going to measure the success of this? And will those measurements be public? And if they're not, that might be a red flag that ivory tower illusions are present in your current product strategy or planning.
And as I'm sitting here thinking about this and I'm thinking about the first part of this definition, cut off from the rest of the world in favor of their own pursuits. Boy, if you get a bunch of people together like this and group think sets in, you're basically creating an ivory steel tower,
Yeah.
right? Like, because this groupthink takes over at this level, and this groupthink where you're then you become in favor of your own pursuits as a group and your misleading representation of what reality really is. Wow, that becomes super dangerous. And I've seen that in a bunch of different circumstances, where you're so far removed, you're in this ivory tower, you're creating these illusions, and the group think kicks in and puts that thing on steroids, almost to the point where you could lose customers. You will lose customers because of it. So
waste a lot of time, waste a lot of money, waste a lot of opportunity. The opportunity cost of ivory tower thinking and illusions, it's massive, right? If you're seeing signs where your competitors are beating you to the market repeatedly with ideas that you should be working on, maybe you're in that group think, maybe you're getting stuck. But again, it goes back to me. It's back to leadership and Scrum Masters. They've got to bust through this. And if, dear Scrum Masters, if it's leadership that's locked in this, you've got to unlock it. And this is why the job is scary sometimes. It's why it's tricky. I do think this is a case where EBM helps, Todd. If we have objective measures, we can start working against the illusions that people have built up in their heads.
Yeah. And my warning with that is I've put it that mirror with EBM, with those objective measures, and it has it's ruffled quite a bit of feathers. I joke around, but I'm dead serious in that you get yelled at when you're just trying to make a difference. You're trying to pop this illusion. You're trying to bring people out of an ivory tower, and I still wouldn't change it. I still think it was the right thing to do, and I still think that we need to do that. That's part of our job as a Scrum Master, is to climb in the tower and get rid of the illusions that are happening there, right?
I'll say this, and maybe this will be the final point on this topic. The great companies in today's world, they know when an idea is bad, they cut it quickly. They're ruthless about measurement. They're ruthless about results. Even if it was a great idea in their heads and it doesn't pan out, they move on. Steve Jobs was brilliant at this. We have some great leaders today who are still carrying this forward. And they listen to the market. They did not get stuck in a tower. And it's something we got to watch out for.
There's a lot of companies that have stuck in this tower and don't exist anymore, Ryan.
I agree. All right, leave us your questions and comments. What do you think of this topic, this concept that Todd's been working on? I think it's great. We'd love to know what you think as well. We're also talking about it over at community.agileforhumans.com. Be sure to check that out. We want you to be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Leave your questions and comments. Those questions and comments typically turn into videos. We also do a lot on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn are very active these days. We want to make sure that you're engaging with us, you're getting your questions answered, and we're serving you in the best ways possible. And so hit us up on socials, leave us your questions and comments, join us in the community, like and subscribe. Don't miss anything we're doing. And hopefully we're serving you in ways that are helpful and valuable to you. But we want to know. We don't sit in an ivory tower now, do we, Todd? Let us know.
Hopefully not.
Let us know.
I don't know. There's been some comments that accuse us of ivory tower because we are suggesting.
Let us know in the comments.
That's all right.
And we'll catch you next time.